What's up, friends? This is Manoj Putani. I welcome you all on behalf of the Edupedia world. It's a great day outside, and definitely I know that you guys must be enjoying your day to the fullest. So, guys, by now we have already covered chapters relating to the basic SFM, mutual funds, bond valuation, and capital markets. With this presentation, I'll be marking the beginning of another chapter, and that is money markets. So we have already discussed about what is capital markets. In these forthcoming presentations, I'll be covering the topics relating to money markets. So what is the money market? What are the different instruments which are linked with money market and their similarities as well. So guys, I'm sure that you guys are revising your topics time and again so as to ensure your complete success during your say final examinations, so as to ensure that you get the complete conceptual clarity with regular intervals of time. So the first topic of the day will be, so guys, financial markets basically perform an important function of mobilizing of savings and channelizing them into the most productive uses. Primarily, the financial market in India can be divided into four broad categories. So one is money market, another one is forex market, then comes capital market, and the last one is debt market. So we have already covered our debt market into bond valuation. We have already covered our topic relating to capital markets as well. So with this presentations, we'll be starting on with the topic relating to money market and forex. Forex is one of the most important topics which we'll be covering in our forthcoming presentations as well. So there you'll get to know about foreign exchange and foreign exchange translation, transposure, and other operation kind of risks which are involved while dealing into foreign exchange exposures. So we'll be taking care of the same in our forthcoming presentation, but now we'll be focusing on covering the topics relating to money market. So the first topic for the day will be, what is money market and what are the related money market instruments? So guys, this question has already been asked in CA final examination for November 2013. So let's head to it straight away. So money market is the center for dealing mainly of short-term character in money assets, meeting the requirements of borrowers and lenders. So basically, money market take care of all the dealings which are being for a short period of time. Let's say for a period of 1 week to a period of 1 year. So there are many instruments which are available in the market which primarily deals with the money market instruments. They are actually having the range that they'll be maturing within a period of 1 week or 14 weeks or 90 days or 120 days or 180 days or maximum up to a period of 365 days. So that's the brief period which is being involved in each and every kind of money market instrument available in our country. So the term money market basically relates to the market for short-term requirement and deployment of funds. Money market instruments are those instruments which have a maturity period of less than 1 year. They can be quickly converted into money with minimum transaction cost. The most active part of the money market is the market for overnight call and term money between banks and other financial institutions. Call money or repo are very short-term money market products. So guys, money market instruments basically take care of all the kind of your short-term requirements which can be easily met with those kind of instruments in the money market. So it basically ensures that you get the perfect liquidity whenever you require the same, and for that matter they are actually providing you various kind of instruments. So you don't just need to have your funds plugged out into just one kind of instrument or another. So there are numerous instruments which are being available in the market with having a maturity period of 1 week to 1 year. So you can just invest in any of them in order to ensure that you get your investment done in any of the money market instrument, and also at the same time you don't lack on the aspect of getting the best of the liquidity in the market. So that's the major objective which is being involved in each and every money market instrument which is available in our nation. And it's been a great time. Our Prime Minister has recently made a surgical strike on black money by cancelling the legal tender of notes of 500 and 1000. So that in itself again calls for a good thing. And recently we have started up these presentations involving the topic of money market. So they are basically ensuring that we basically keep our money liquid in the form of the notes which involve for like 20 rupees to 100 rupees. So that's the basic idea for curbing the black money. So you don't need or you don't get a chance to hold most of your funds in higher amounts or higher denominations involving 1000 rupees note or 500. So that's a great initiative for our complete nation, and our Prime Minister is at the it has actually made a checkmate for black money. So that's a great thing, and we'll be dealing with this kind of policies and structure in this basic chapter as well. So let's move to our next topic, and that will be money market instruments. So guys, there are various instruments which are available in the market and which form the category of, which actually fall into the category of money market instruments. And they are called or notice money, treasury bills. You must have heard about this in various times in your lives. So we'll be discussing as to what are treasury bills in our forthcoming presentations. Term money, certificate of deposits, intercorporate deposit, commercial papers, ready forward contracts, commercial bills or money market. So basically these are the kind of money market instruments which are available in our nation, and definitely we'll be discussing about each and every one of them in our forthcoming presentation. So I'll be not leaving any of the topic for that matter. I want to ensure that you get the complete conceptual clarity with relating to each and every instrument which is available. So just to ensure that no matter whether this question basically comes in the examination or not, but my prerogative this will actually just be to ensure that you get to know about each and every term which is involved in the financial markets of our nation. So that's my high time, because I am basically spreading the kind of financial literacy so that maybe someday you also get an opportunity to instruct or teach other people as well. So my purpose will be actually done with that. Perfect guys, so let's move to our next topic, and that will be features of money market. So what are the features which are being involved in money market? So the first one comes in a collection of market for numerous instruments. So guys, it's basically a collection of market for various instruments. I've just discussed with you call money, notice money, repos, term money, treasury bills, commercial bills, certificate of deposits, commercial papers, interbank participation certificates, and so on. So there are many. So it's a collection of market for numerous instruments. Next comes, some markets have close interrelationship and free movement of funds from one sub-market to another. So that's a kind of feature which involves in money market basically. So each and every segment is having an interrelationship, and certainly movement of funds can be done from one instrument to another instrument, from another to another, so that way it's go on. Next, it's a network of large number of participants. So a large number of participants usually exists, which will add greater depth to the entire market. Next, money market basically concentrates in some center. So there are various activities going on in the money market which tend to concentrate in some center, which serves as a region or an area, I can say that. So the width of such area may vary depending upon the size and the needs of the market itself. But certainly there are activities in the money market which tend to concentrate in some of the center, which is basically called a region or an area. So that's the kind of feature of money market. Next comes its relationship. So the relationship that characterizes a money market is impersonal in character, so that the competition is relatively pure. Next, it's the price differentials. So price differentials for assets of similar type will tend to be limited by the interplay of demand and supply. Yes. So price differentials of various assets of similar type will actually be eliminated just because of the interplay between the demand and the supply factor. So again, that's a feature of the money market. Next comes the flexibility. So there is a certain degree of flexibility in the regulatory framework which is existing, and there are constant endeavors for introducing new kind of instruments, and new innovative dealing techniques are regularly being made by the government of India as well as by the RBI. So such initiatives usually come into the picture time and again. So next, it's a wholesale market, and the volume of the funds is basically like the financial assets which are being traded are very large in terms of crores of rupees. So guys, that was all about the features of money market. So it's a collection of market of various instruments, and certainly all those instruments play a very good kind of interrelationship, and they involve the free movement from one sub-market to another. There are large number of participants which are being involved in money market. Money market basically concentrates in some center, that is called an area and a region, and it characterizes the relationship between a money market that is impersonal in nature, and all the kinds of price differential which are available currently in the economy will tend to get eliminated by the demand and the supply factor, and certainly it provides the flexibility in the regulatory framework in which it's actually playing up. And the last one, it is a wholesale kind of market, and the large number of volume of funds are being traded over here, maybe in terms of crores of rupees. So that's particularly feature which are being involved in money market. Next comes, so what's the primary differences between a capital market and a money market? So we have already discussed about all the features and all the relevant aspects which are being involved in capital market in our last presentations. So guys, capital market basically refers to the market for financial assets like shares, debentures, mutual fund. So popularly this capital market is known as the stock market. But if we'll be talking about this money market, so the term money market basically refers to the market for short-term requirement and deployment of funds. So like money market instruments are those instruments which have a maturity period of less than 1 year, which has already been told to you guys. And certainly the most active part of the money market is the market for overnight call and the term money between banks and institutions. Remember guys, we have discussed that in our last slide as well. So call money and the repo are very short-term money market products, and that can be easily dealt into. So capital market basically leads in long and medium-term instruments of financing, while the money market deals with short-term financial instruments. So that's the primary difference between two. But we'll have to study about the same at large. So I have made a tabular presentation for you guys. So we'll be discussing about all the three things. We'll be discussing about the parameter, money market, and capital market in this distinguishing features. So the meaning. So money market is basically for the market for short-term requirement of funds. But in case of capital market, that's a market for financial assets like shares, mutual funds, debentures, and so on. So not debentures basically, so like anything which is relating to the stock market, so shares, mutual funds, and in fact debentures as well, because the same get trading too. While if you'll be taking care of classification, so there is no classification between primary and the secondary market in money market. So you can directly enter into money market without having fearing about whether it's a condition of primary market or secondary market. So, but in case of capital market, there exists the classification between primary and a secondary market. So the first time an issue gets released, that is called IPO, and IPO is basically forming part of primary market. But after IPO, issue of IPO, certainly those stocks and trades of the same company are being traded in the secondary market. So you can purchase it directly from the stock market day in, day out. So that comes into secondary market. So here's the classification is being made between primary and a secondary market in terms of capital market. So whereas no such classification is being available in terms of money market. So third comes term requirement. So term requirement in money market is basically for short-term requirement of the funds. So, but in case of capital market, the funds are required for long-term requirements. So that has to be taken care of in such a case. In case of money market instruments that involve majorly like interbank call money as well, notice pay up to 14 days, short-term deposits up to like 3 months, commercial paper, 91 days treasury bills. But in case of capital market, it includes basically shares and debt instruments. So those are for the long-term requirement funding as well over there. So that's the kind of classification in terms of instruments. As far as the participants are concerned, so in money market, the participants are banks, financial institutions, Reserve Bank of India and government. And in case of capital market, the participants are retail investors, institutional investors like mutual funds, financial institutions, corporates. So here's the difference between the participants of the two. So one involves each and everything which is inclined with banks, government, RBI and all. But in capital market, corporates are being involved, retail investors are also being involved over here. And if we'll be talking about the purpose, so purpose of raising of the capital in money market is basically to ensure your working capital needs. But in case of capital market, the purpose of raising the capital is fixed as well as working capital needs. So that's the difference between the two. If we'll be considering about the credit and the market risk in money market, so that's very low. But as far as the credit and market risk for capital market is concerned, that's extremely high because it's for like long term and medium term requirements is being ensured over there. And lastly, but not the least, if we'll be talking about the regulator, so in money market instruments and money market complete scenario, RBI is the regulator. But in case of capital market, Securities Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, is the regulator over here. So that was in totality the difference between a capital market and a money market. I don't know whether this question has already been asked in CE final examination, maybe like 10 years, 15 years or 20 years down the line. But certainly this question is imperative for you to understand the basic differences between a capital market and money market so that you can decide about like featuring into any of the one, and certainly you can start investing in any of the one, taking care of your personal accountability of needs. So that's how it goes on. So guys, that was all about capital market and the money market. So I guess you guys got complete clarity as to what is a capital market and what is a money market. So I'll be concluding my video, this presentation with the dose of motivation, and that will be, there is only one corner in the universe that you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. This quote was basically described by, mentioned by Aldous Huxley. So absolutely guys, be the change you want to see in this world. So it was being told by Mahatma Gandhi ji as well. So that's the same, this quote is actually on the same lines. So there is just one corner in the universe you can be sure of improving, and that's your own self. So you'll have to first of all change yourself for the better if you want to like change anything in this world. So, and even if you are like not able to change anything in this world, certainly you can change yourself for better, and that's how your success will keep ensure, and certainly you'll be improving yourself day in day out for that matter. And we all are here to learn and win, certainly. So we'll have to ensure that improving and improvement of ourselves is being done on a regular basis. That's how it works. So there is just one corner in the universe that you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self, guys. Perfect. I'll be taking your leave. Thank you on behalf of the Edupedia world. Keep interacting, guys. Stay connected via your questions, queries in the comment boxes. We love to answer your work, and certainly that will help us in improving and understanding your needs way better. So that's how it's going on. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. Bless you. I'll see you in the next presentation. Take care. Bye.